10-event program about to get underway. 1,200 metres race number 1. The clear favourite is Boom Shanker. Light turned on, 1,200, filtered of 6. Gate 3, the fave. Racing, they've jumped as 1. Boom Shanker going forward, likewise making news over on the outside. Landing third, Mr. Worthington. Rolling forward as Idyllic Affair. Drifting back, Rascal Boy. A length and a half to Pierre Targa. So making news is crossed over in front. Second, the race favourite, Boom Shanker. Third is Mr. Worthington. Idyllic Affair, fourth over on the outside. A long way back as Rascal Boy. Still last of all as Pierre Targa as they swing down the side. So making news in front. Second is the favourite, Boom Shanker. Mr. Worthington third. Further back to Idyllic Affair. A length and a half to Rascal Boy. Still last of all as Pierre Targa inside the 600. So making news in front by a half length and second, Boom Shanker. Mr. Worthington third. Still fourth, the outsiders, Idyllic Affair. 2 lengths away to Rascal Boy and Pierre Targa inside the 400. Just in front, making news. Looming up the outside, Boom Shanker. Next, the inside, Mr. Worthington. Working home as Idyllic Affair down the outside. We've got Boom Shanker grabbing the lead, making news, can't match it at the moment. Idyllic Affair on the outside, running home strongly. Boom Shanker in front, the outside Idyllic Affair going to it now, grabbing the lead, and Idyllic Affair's won by head to Boom Shanker. 3 lengths away, third, making news ahead of Mr. Worthington, and the final couple, Rascal Boy alongside Pierre Targa.
5, 6, 7 across the line. Idyllic Affair under Michael Rodd for Lee Freedman, and yet the horse with a little bit of race experience on her side. Just out muscles the 6, Boom Shanker. Good on debut, making news, grabs third. Just weakening a little bit before the line. Mr. Worthington on debut will grab fourth. He'll be your fourth number there. Idyllic Affair, yeah, just took that one off, one back spot. She was very outsped on debut behind Jashenko. Looks like a nice horse, so it's good to see that form franked as she heads to Sydney. And last start just sat a pair back behind the eventual winner and was very flat-footed, continued to work well through the line with added fitness, race experience on her side. She's been able to hold a spot, get momentum, and she's given a nice kick, and she's enjoyed having that horse to follow. So 5, 6, 7 and 2. Nice enough debut there from Boom Shanker under Jimmy Orman, just sitting one off. She's loomed, most certainly had her chance. She's a little bit lost those final bits, and making news just couldn't match it after leading them up at a pretty sedate tempo, and she stuck on nice enough for third. And then Mr. Worthington was doing some pretty nice work late there. So 5, Idyllic Affair. Gets win number 1 on the board at start number 2 for Lee Freedman, and a big improver off the back of that first start run there at Eagle Farm. That was over the 1,202, and physically perhaps she looks like she may even stretch out to a little bit of a trip, but well presented here. Beautiful muscle definition, and she's been quite strong through the line, as was Boom Shanker. There'll definitely be a win for her soon off the back of that market support, and that pretty slick 1,000-metre trial should derive a lot of benefit after having that race experience. All right, Bernie, who have we got there representing the team today?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Kian. Yes, Lee Freedman joins us here today, and a beautiful effort by all concerned here. I think you even said to me last start she could be, wound up a bit more.
Yeah, she's a big, strong filly, very reminiscent of the Fastnet Rocks and the Danehills and that, and Robert and the team were good enough to send it to me, and she's just shown us nice ability, but first trial was very good. First run was excellent. She's gone and improved today, and I don't even think this is a trip yet, so she's a pretty good filly, I think. Yeah, I
think you're right. She's got a great demeanour. Obviously, Prince Farwez was a miler. She looks that all over.
She definitely is. And that's the races we'll be looking at. But she is one of the most laid-back 2-year-olds I've ever had. She's just around there sleeping in the stalls, and she wakes up a little bit when the jockey gets on. But just a beautiful filly,
Showed good desire. Obviously, took a sit. They went very slowly, 37.5 the first 3. So a good effort to run home, and I think she's run home in she's broke 34. So that's a good effort.
Yeah, well, guys like Michael, he knows what he's got underneath him, and he rode just the perfect race on her and didn't win the race till he had to win the race,
Do you keep her in work or do you...
We'll definitely give her a break now. How long, I don't know. It will be a short break if we go to Sydney for the, not so much the slipper, but maybe the size and the champagne. Yep. Or alternatively, we'll just keep her here for the longer races here.
Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there he is. Champion of Australian turf, Lee Freeman. Mix here. Quick question. How good do you think she could be?
Yeah, she's still very raw, so she's going to make a nice 3-year-old and up over ground too. So it's exciting. That's just the start for her.
Absolutely. Well done.
Thanks, Bernie.
Move in. Starter is in position. The light turned on. Eldenari. Marking time. Now we're right. The gates open. They're racing. Binding Iverson both the way okay. Eldenari is going forward and also applications as well. Further back to Lionel. Simply Refuse Shasenya, Termite, Bilpa Maria and Lucky Exchange. So the leader here is Binding. Applications out very, very wide going forward. Eldenari's right up there too. Likewise Lionel Iverson fifth on the inside. A length and a half to Shasenya, Simply Refuse and further back to Termite, Bilpa Maria and Lucky Exchange is last of all. So applications in front, rolled its way back towards the inside in front by 2 lengths now. Binding second, Eldenari third, the favourite Iverson fourth and Lionel fifth the outside. Simply Refuse and further back to Shasenya, Bilpa Maria, Termite second last and Lucky Exchange a length and a half away. So applications at the 1400s, roll clear by 3. Second Binding, a length and a half to Eldenari third, the race favourite Iverson fourth and Lionel fifth the outside. 2 further back to Simply Refuse on the inside of Shasenya. A length and 3/4 to Bilpa Maria, Termite the outside and Lucky Exchange is still last of all and spots the speed about 9 or 10. Applications here by 3 parts still. Second is Eldenari. Lionel's going forward up into third, 3 wide for Martin Harley. So back to fourth Binding, Iverson fifth the outside. A length and a half to Shasenya. Creeping forward Lucky Exchange out wider. Simply Refuse the inside. A length and a half to second last is Bilpa Maria and Termite the outside last of all. So Lionel, applications on the inside the first couple. Eldenari third, Binding fourth. Lucky Exchange up to fifth out wider. Iverson shuffle back to the 60 outside. Simply Refuse. Shasenya going forward out wider. A long way back Bilpa Maria and Termite up the tail. So applications and Lionel still the first couple. Up into third is Eldenari. Lucky Exchange out deeper. Looking for the way clear. Iverson Binding the inside and further back to Simply Refuse. Lionel grabbing the lead. Eldenari's up to second. Weaving home as Iverson. Shasenya down the outside runs home. Lionel just in front, but here comes Shasenya out wide. Coming home like Simply Refuse and Iverson, but Shasenya grabbing the lead near the line and Shasenya has won from Simply Refuse, Iverson, Lionel. Lucky Exchange a big run. Then Eldenari, Binding, applications, Bilpa Maria and Termite pulled up at the tail.
No, you're right.
Yeah, good win there by Shasenya. 4 pairs back. It is 7, 9, 1 and 2. Simply Refuse, as she does. She's a bit of a tease. She's coming with a flashing light run through the ruck to score second. So $4.40, $1.60 there for Shasane under Ronnie Stewart for Nisham Archibald. Taylor Marshall there on Simply Refuse. Iverson grabs third. He's just poking through late under the big weight. But a lovely win. She was stretched straight out to the 2,000 metres. And that's exactly what she's got. That's her asset. And as Bernadette alluded to, whilst she doesn't have the physical robustness of a few of these others and she can't really outmuscle them, but she can out sprint them. She's very athletic and very good when she gets out to the 2,000 metres, which she really needs every bit of. So that was only second up today. She's a 5-year-old mare by Dundeel, and yeah, perhaps she's in for a really good prep, but well placed here off season, again straight out to this trip there. So nice win there by Shasenya. Win number 4, and that's start number 20. Simply Refuse. What do you do with her? She's always on the scene late. She just needs that little bit of tempo. It was a little bit of a muddly race. They changed leaders a few times, and she really sprints nicely without weight, and she's been able to do that again off the back of trying very, very hard last start, and that was of course at Eagle Farm behind New World Tapestry. But it's all about Shasane today, Bernadette, and a good win to score second up out to that trip.
Yeah, it was a good win. Todd joins us for a chat now on behalf of Annabelle Nisham. I love the fact that you're very sure of where you're at with this lady. You know her inside. You're inside and out. You backed yourselves going a mile to 2,200. This is just a pet trip for her, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You've got to have a lot of trust in this mare. She's just so tough, puts in every time. It was probably a bit of an ask second up straight to 2200, but she just stays all day. And look, whether it's a firm track, she probably loves when the rain comes, that's when you really, know she's spot on, but she just always puts in. So she's a mare she's pretty small. She's always been lightly framed, probably typical of the breed, but she just gets better every time she comes back. So, you'd love to have a stable full of her because, you'd go to war with a horse like her.
Yeah, you certainly would. You mentioned her light frame, but she always looks to hold just the right amount of condition. She's got that classic stayer look about her, doesn't she?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably the best we've had her looking today. Like, she just looked spot on for today's assignment. Was certainly worried with the firmer nature of the track. We probably thought third up, but she's a mare that's certainly going through the grades. There's plenty of races like this for her. She's still lowly rated, and with the mare's 2 kilos allowance as well, we'll just be able to hopefully keep picking off a couple of races like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Off season's a great time to have a progressive stayer coming along.
Yep, for sure, especially this time of year. But obviously we'd like to get into a nice staying race at some point throughout, but we'll just build a rating up a little bit more and more, and just build it up. But no, well done to the team. Good group of owners as well. They'll be pretty excited. I'm sure we'll go for a beer now.
Yeah, brilliant job. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat to our winning jockey, Ronnie Stewart, and quite the master of these staying events. I think I've said that to you before, you and Taylor Marshall.
I think it's a matter of what horses you got underneath you and having a clock in the head to know how fast you're going. That's about it.
Absolutely. Was it tempting to take off when a couple of the roughies sort of took off earlier than you?
Yeah, definitely, especially when Martin sort of got flushed out with Iverson. I was lucky enough where the position I was in, I had sort of 3 or 4 good horses that would take me into the race. And once sort of Martin got sort of pushed out, I was on the back of Iverson. He only sort of rushed forward only because he couldn't come back on that tempo. I thought that might induce a bit of speed. Little concerned when Tully come round on a 50-1 pop, but I always had Iverson there to take me into it. But in all fairness, the 51 pop sort of give a good kick out of the turn, which allowed me to get on its back, and my horse was too good.
Yeah, hey, the Siri jumps here. All in, racing. Hey, Series missed it by a length and a half. Smart Action, also My China to the inside, both away well. Commandment rolling forward, landing fourth as Outburst. Going forward, Tambourine Man, drifting back as Kuda Tania. Original Glaze out 3 and 4 wide, but looping forward as well. Further back to 3 Graces. Hey Siri now third last on the inside. A length and a half to Chinchilla ahead. And last of all is the second of Port C, who went back from the bad barrier. So My China's in front, second Commandment. Up into third, Original Glaze. Smart Action fourth, and Tambourine Man 50 outside. 2 lengths away to Outburst. 1 to Kuda Tania. Further back to 3 Graces. Over on the outside of Hey the Siri. A length and a half to Chinchilla ahead, and 2 lengths away to the second of Port C. So just in front, My China down the side, second Commandment. Original Glaze third out 3 wide. Smart Action fourth, and 50 outside Tambourine Man. Outburst out 3 and 4 deep as well. A length and a half to Kuda Tania. Chinchilla ahead, 3 Graces. Hey Series second last on the inside. Last of all, the second of Port C at the 450. The inside, My China, Commandment. Original Glaze has been wide. Smart Action further back. Outburst. Chinchilla ahead, looking for the way clear. Tambourine Man. Hey Siri sneaks up the inside. Out wide, Commandment. Smart Action. Hey Siri driving home the inside. Just in front, Smart Action kicking well. Smart Action's in front by a length and a half or Wall. Trying to get to Smart Action, but Smart Action's won. Second's a real blanket go. We've got up there Tambourine Man, the second of Port C, good late. Hey Siri, Outburst, Commandment, followed by Chinchilla ahead, and then 3 Graces, Kuda Tania, My China, and Original Glaze has pulled up at the tail.
Smart Action there. Dominant win for Michael Morrison under Talia Fenlon for the Miners. Well, fair dinkum. I am not sure there. It looks like the second at Port C is prominent for Don't know. You've got Outburst nose there. You have got Commandment. Looks like Hey Siri off that rail-hugging ride has even been nosed out of the top 4, perhaps even the top 5. But Smart Action for Michael Morrison, and he was a dominant win last start there at Boat as it coming out of a ratings band 58. And yeah, he had the right run. He always travelled like the winner, but he was just never in doubt. and he just needed to sit a little bit closer, because at the shorter trips prior to that, when coming to Queensland, he hadn't been able to tack on over the 1200s or the 1300s, so the 1600 looked ideal. Quite a nice win, perhaps even better than last start. Really well placed with Talia's claim on the 54 kilograms. So still no numbers there for the Miners, and it may perhaps take a little bit to work out. I would argue it's perhaps between the second at Portsea and Outburst, who had their noses down there for second, but you had Commandment in the mix. You also had Tambourine Man in there and Hey Siri on the fence, who's very prominent through the line, but I think has even missed out on the top 5. So Michael Morrison, he's here this afternoon, Bernie. I saw him earlier, and it looks like he's doing really well with his Son of Smart Missile.
He is indeed. So let's have a chat to him. This would be something you can be immensely proud of, this guy winning here today, Smart Action.
Yeah, and especially in that way. Very, very satisfying, but it goes to show too, barriers and good rides, they win races.
And lightweights, he did drop considerably in weight today from last start.
Yeah, it was a big weight drop. We knew he was just going to get the right run in behind them. Talia just had to be patient, and she was, and executed perfectly.
Good timing to bring this horse to the city at this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it probably was a below normal city grade race, but it's a good way to get his confidence up in this sort of class, and something we can build on.
Yeah, he's only having a dozen or so starts prior to today. Has he always sort of struck you as a metro horse?
Well, it had a bit to do with him early days when he was bought as a yearling. He was down at Michael Costa's barn. Owners voted to send him to Annabelle Neesham. A couple of the boys that were in it, when he went online, said, should we buy him and send him up to you? I said, hell yes, don't hesitate.
So you were confident?
It took a little bit to work him out, but he's very quirky and doesn't like having any gear on and all that sort of stuff, so we just needed to find out how he ticked over. I think we found that out last start at Bow Desert, and I think we're going to have a nice horse going forward.
All right, let's have a chat with our winning jockey now, Talia Fenlon. And firstly, lovely to have a winner here today.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to the Connections for putting me on again. This horse I've ridden a couple times now. Last start it won at Bow Desert. It knows exactly what it has to do. It's just getting better and better each time now, and yeah, it's really improving, and that was a great win.
And do you think a lot of that would be stepping up in trip now?
Yeah, definitely. It was always going to eventually get further and further. I think it just needed to learn its trade, and once it learns to take the gap, it really is letting down nicely to the line now.
Great looking horse, lovely long horse. Does he feel nice aboard?
Yeah, he's a great horse to ride. Definitely know you have a power underneath you.
And would this be a good trip to stick at, do you think, with him, or do you think he'll run a bit further?
I'd honestly say he'll end up getting a bit further. At this point, he has a good turn of foot late, but he's just going to improve, and I think he'll be able to step up the more he learns.
Well done.
Thank you.
Light turned on. Torabella the favourite, gate number 3. Racing now. Torabella hopped away well. Likewise, Harbour Master 3 wide held along, booting up Cunnamulla Fella. Tenzing sliding over, drifting back. Solar Apex, likewise Naval Seal and Bean Foggy a length and a half away. So Torabella's in front, crosses Cunnamulla Fella. Going forward, Harbour Master a length and a half to Tenzing, Solar Apex, and one further back to Naval Seal a length and a half to Bean Foggy. So Torabella's in front, little bit fired up. Second going forward, Harbour Master, Cunnamulla Fella third, and fourth the outside Tenzing. Further back to Solar Apex on the inside. Naval Seal second last and 2 lengths away to Bean Foggy. So Torabella by a long neck, second Harbour Master. Cunnamulla Fella third, fourth the outside Tenzing. Further back to Solar Apex and Naval Seal, and still Bean Foggy a length and a half away. So Torabella down the side, roll clear by a length and 3/4 now. Second Harbour Master, Cunnamulla Fella, Tenzing the outside, no change in the order. Further back to Solar Apex on the inside of Naval Seal, and Bean Foggy is still last of all. So young Emily Lang clicking up on Torabella, led by 2 lengths at the 4:25. Under pressure, Harbour Master being passed by Cunnamulla Fella, riding the rail, Solar Apex and Tenzing down the outside. Torabella went by the 300, got a good lead. She's over 2 lengths in front, trying hard down the outside. Tenzing, Cunnamulla Fella, further back to Naval Seal. Torabella's in front, closing in. Tenzing down the outside, between them Cunnamulla Fella, but Torabella still just in front and gets in. Torabella's running in by a neck. A photo of the Miners, either Cunnamulla Fella or Tenzing, followed by Naval Seal, Bean Foggy, Solar Apex and Harbour Master.
Yeah, she scores here, Torabella. Very close again. Nice win there for Tony Gollan and Emily Lang. $1.70, $1.20. Naval Seal grabs fourth. We had Tenzing, who just raced so well second up, and Cunnamulla. Looks like Tenzing's pretty prominent for second. It'll be interesting to see his exotics for a horse that races so well second up, particularly at this track. He was laying all over top of Cunnamulla though. I wouldn't mind seeing the head-on of that one, perhaps to fight it out for second and third if he did happen to beat Cunnamulla in for second, which it looks like on that lowdown. Perhaps he did. That's fantastic. She's got... what is that? 5 wins from her past 6. That's fantastic. And doesn't look like training off. She did want to pull a little bit. She got it a little bit wrong in the early stages, but she's been able to close it off nicely. And Emily Lang just pushed her along a little at the 600 just to pinch it a bit. And pinching that brakes paid dividends there because she did have the chasers closing pretty nicely. Cunnamulla fella off that box seat run, and then Tenzing probably perhaps a pair further back. And still no still no photos or results there for your second and third. All right, there it is. Tenzing does go into the frame. Probably doesn't get close enough to Cunnamulla to make it interesting there. No third dividend. Naval Seal. All right, Tony Gollan, he's on track. He'd be very, very happy with this mare.
She does that.
Alrighty, let's have a chat to our winning trainer, Tony Gollan. And this little lady, Torabella, has been some little racehorse for you.
Yeah, she's been really good. She had a great preparation. She only blotted the copybook really on Gateway Day, which was a tough day for her pattern. I must admit, coming in the first 3 races, I was a little bit nervous where we were going to be. We're always going to be in front, and there's a hell of a headwind down the back straight there for these horses leading today. It makes it a lot tougher, and so she had to navigate that, and I just thought the fence has been a little bit iffy here early in the day, and so that's why we navigated a path off in the straight. But it just goes to show the sort of horse she is now. She's running the mile out strongly. There was big queries on her over the mile, going back a few starts, but they've been put to bed now.
Yeah, and the relationship between horse and jockey here is very good. Emily knows her very well. She sort of knows where she needs to give her a breather, and I felt like Harbour Master tried to sort of force the issue to put a bit of pressure on her down the back straight as well.
Yeah, well, they clearly got that wrong, didn't they? So it happens, but she's a nice mare. Emily's first ride in here over a mile, she was quite aggressive and wanted to be keen for her, and I think what you said was pertinent, Bernie, like that rider-horse relationship's really improved to the point where she's really listening to Emily's sort of commands in the run. So it's been the change into this preparation, but she's destined for better races than off-season races, and we'll back off for now, and hopefully we'll see her present during the carnival.
Look forward to that. Well done, Tone.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat to our winning jockey, Emily Lang, who knows this lady inside and out, and she just keeps turning up for you.
Yeah, she's a horse that's been really beneficial to my riding since coming to Tony's. Obviously had the 6 sits on her for 5 wins now, and she's just great. She's a little bit tricky, but the only way you sort of get better is riding them more difficult horses and just sort of getting better each time you come out. And yeah, she's definitely improving every time she steps out to the races.
Obviously, she likes to be fairly forward. She doesn't have to lead, as we saw on your beautiful ride last start on her. But when she gets to the front, she can want to overdo things. You had Harbour Master right there to sort of put a bit of pressure on you down the back straight.
Yeah, I thought they'd definitely try and serve it up to us a little bit today, being sort of the $1.75, whatever she was favourite. But I thought she was really good. She relaxed a lot better for me today. I definitely think she's a horse that's still better when she's got a bit of cover over the mile, but she was super.
Your timing was perfect today, where you started to let her slide pre-turn.
Yeah, have to thank you for that, Bernie, telling me to sort of work on my times and whatnot. But no, she's a nice horse and she's got that nice big action. So yeah, it's good to get the win again today for Linda.
Well,
an attendant popping out of the way. Racing, Tarps away well with Grooven the Moo, the Fixer, Kemi Zabi, Jack Be Lucky going forward with Maximum Vortex, Track Tail, Saddle Boy, Mr. Wanji, all stashed up and decisive last. So Tarps in front, second the Fixer, third Kemi Zabi, 3 wide, a length and a half to Jack Be Lucky, Grooven the Moo, Track Tail, Maximum Vortex, and further back is Saddle Boy, Mr. Wanji, all stashed up and 2 lengths away to decisive last. Tarps in front down the side by 2, second the Fixer, third Kemi Zabi, Jack Be Lucky's been wide, Track Tail, Grooven the Moo, wide round as Maximum Vortex, and then all stash up, Saddle Boy, Mr. Wanji, decisive last inside the 400, Tarps in front, second the Fixer, Kemi Zabi down the outside, further back 2, back nearer the inside, Grooven the Moo, Tarps is just in front, the outside looming up the Fixer, driving home Grooven the Moo, Tarps the fixer. Groove in the Moo, the inside. Groove in the Moo has grabbed the lead with 50 metres left to run. Look at Maximum Vortex jumping up out of the ground. Might have got up. Maximum Vortex. Groove in the Move hit the line with not much between them. Kemi Zabi followed further back by the fixer. Track tail decisive race, Mr. Wanji. Tarps and Jack Be Lucky. All-Star Shuttle Saddle Boy.
Yeah, Maximum Vortex has finished over top of Groove in the Moo, who looked the winner under CJ Graham for Ethan Ensby, and he is racing fantastically this preparation. That is 3 this prep. He probably just went a little bit too hard up on speed there at Ballina last start, and that was a good little race. You had the likes of Bring Me Cash in that race, and you know, whilst a very slick horse like Bring Me Cash weakened out of it, this guy, he stuck on really well to just be beaten just over 3 lengths. So it is 2. Groove in the Moo's run out of his skin up on the fence there. Kemai Sabi, another good run from him, closer to the speed today. Just had to take the drop, and the fixer grabs 4th. So it is 2, 6, 8 and 5 across the line. Nice steer there by CJ Graham. A bit muddly there in the ruck, but no doubt about the winner. 16-20, nice odds and good exotics there for Groove in the Move. Even Kemai Sabi for the quiet achiever that he is. 2, 6, 8 and 5, and nice win there, Bernadette for the Southern team.
Certainly, I mean, it was one of those sort of kinds of races that I presume most people with a runner in this particular race gave themselves a chance. It was just an incredibly open race. However, Ethan Ensby does go home with the bickies here. So I was just saying, it was an open race. I'm sure you gave your horse a chance.
Yeah, look, I thought the 2 in race 3 were a half a chance as well, and I thought my Doomben curse had hit me. I've never, ever gone any good at this place. I've never trained a place getter here or anything. Across the road, we've had all of our Metro winners and all of our Metro place getters. So
welcome to the party.
Yeah, thank Christ we got that off the mark. But look, 200 from home, I thought, we're going to run a nice 5th or 6th here, and then he just hit the ground. Like, he's a completely different horse, this preparation, this horse. So, look, really happy with him, and to make things better, that was my 100th career winner, and I've got a bet going with one of my mates, Owen Glue, that we're both on 99, and there's a 6-pack. So, Owen, go to Uncle Dan's.
You go shopping, and what would you like in that 6-pack?
Smirnoff, he knows what to get.
He knows what to get. Obviously, that's the thrill. The 100th winner is outstanding, and this horse you obviously got him second-hand?
No, sort of, yeah. He was with another trainer to begin with, but he's had all of his career starts with us. So, no, we've had him all the way along. Joe bred him, and this is probably the best one she's bred, I think.
Okay, so we see you back here in a few weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I can come back to Doomben now.
The hoodoo is gone. Good on you, Ethan.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Ethan Ensby doing a superb job. 100th training winner. That is worth celebrating. 2, 6, 8 and 5. 104.15 the time there as Maximum Vortex swoops on everything else late. Home in 34.15. Here's CJ Graham takes out race number 5, and wow, what a finish that was.
Yeah, it was. I think he was having a little bit of a think about things, but a good effort with the big weight. We were wide throughout, but he was always in a really good rhythm and had cover. But he was just proving a little bit difficult over the final stages, wanting to get in. But like I said, probably just having a little bit of a think about things, but good for him to stick his nose out and get the job done, and a good effort under the big weight.
Yeah, maybe just feeling that, and the pressure really on. That sprint went on, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a fast tempo throughout, and probably why it didn't matter so much that we were deep because we had cover. But yeah, fantastic for Ethan to get a city winner for him. I've had a lot of luck for him down over the border, so yeah, fantastic.
Win number 100 for him.
Yeah, what a thrill. I could do that for him.
Brilliant work, well done.
Thank you.
Right at the 13.50, racing. Fukabana jumped away well, not as well as No Name France. So Bright going forward, Handy Nagami. So Fukabana 4th now. 50 outside Pro Forma, trapped out Red Defcon 3 and 4 wide. Per capita, 1 length further back to Rampant Lion, Red Mile. Last of all is Bold Smuggler. So No Name Frank in front. The second So Bright, 3rd Fukabana. They're walking early here. Red Defcon as a result is going forward, further back to Nagami. A length and a half to Pro Forma. Per Capita, Red Mile 3 deep. Rampant Lions a long way back. Likewise, Bold Smuggler who's last of all. So No Name Frank in front. Second, the outside So Bright. Red Defcon's up to third, out 3 wide. Fukabana fourth on the rail. Nagami fifth and wider at Red Mile. Further back to Per Capita, Pro Forma. A length and a half to Rampant Lion and Bold Smuggler at the 450. The inside, No Name Frank in front narrowly. From the outside, second, So Bright. Fukabana travelling well, looking for the way clear. Looming up, Red Defcon. Further back to Nagami. He's out on Fukabana. No Name Frank in front, though. The inside, Fukabana's about a neck away. Looming up, Red Defcon. Further back to coming home there, Pro Forma. The inside, Fukabana driving through. Grabbing the lead. Comes away now, Fukabana. Fukabana's won. Second, No Name Frank. Third, Red Defcon. Fourth, the Pro Forma. Followed by Nagami, Rampant Lion. Then we had Per Capita. Back behind those, Red Mile, Bold Smuggler. And the last one was So Brights.
Yeah, Fukabana scores there. Nice win too. Great ride, aided by barrier one. He was just able to get into that nice box seat trailing position and, you know, under the 60 kilos. Whilst he was well weighted, there's not a lot of him and he's been able to cuddle him. And he's given a really nice kick and been very strong at the 1350. No Name Frank has stuck on for second. Red Defcon was a fantastic run, absorbed plenty of pressure, sat 3 wide up on speed, and she stuck on nicely and even gave a cheeky little kick there. We've got a photo for fourth, but it is all about Fukabana. Nice little horse, off the back of a 10-month layoff as well, and he's come back in great style, and the riding was certainly on the wall. First up, resuming there at Eagle Farm, just on that inferior part of the track and giving a really nice kick there, just trying to get your fourth number. It looks like perhaps Pro Forma didn't get a lot of tempo on. It was a bit sedate, so it's run on nicely and relaxed a lot better. But Fukabana scores here after the running of race number 6 at Doomben. Now Quaddy kicks off next.
All right, hot favourite home here in the 6th.
The
I
favourite
speak
wins
of
at Fukabana, SP to
Matty Dunn
195.
joins
Too
us
good for
for
No
a
Name
chat.
Frank,
And
stuck on well.
what a beautiful
Red Defcon, a good run
rails
after
hugging
being
ride
wide
it
and
ended
Pro
up being.
Forma running
Yeah, exactly.
fourth.
You know, I'm not sure if the fence is the place where we
So
want to
3,
be.
4,
But,
16, 15, 11 ran
it took him a little while to get to his top speed.
119.87.
He's doing a good job.
33
It's
to
a hell of
7.
a long ride back
One
from,
by a half head, one by a
nearly
half
12
head
months
on.
off with
Right at 6 of the day.
a pelvic injury. So, you know, to sort of step up here today, only going 2 weeks between, and get that done in the fashion that he did is certainly testament to the fact that he's in for a good preparation.
So a pelvic injury, perhaps a hairline fracture, was it looking something like that? It's always hard to tell exactly with pelvic injuries, isn't it?
Yeah, he fractured his pelvis and he had a long time off. And but you know, those injuries are one of those ones that they come back from or they don't, pretty much. And he appears to have come back really well and gives him no trouble. And you know, he's going to get better when he gets out over further. His last 100 metres was the best part of his race today, and he'll keep improving.
He's sort of always been a bit of a wiry customer throughout the run, can tend to overdo things. Did you see a little bit of that today, or were you happy with him?
Oh, no, look, I thought the speed they went early, he was entitled to climb over the top of him, sort of thing, you know, but he came back well when Andrew asked him to settle. And, you know, he's as a gelding, he's a much better product, and, you know, we assumed that would happen. And, you know, he's not quite as strong as what he was as an entire, but that's the trade-off. But, you know, he's a genuine racehorse now, and he's got a good future ahead of him.
Yeah, you've done a super job with him. And
Favourite drawn in, an attendant hopping in as well. Run Lucy run. Light blinking. Barrier one for Just Precious. Racing, Just Precious away okay. Out wide, Petticoat away brilliantly. Jumped in front and will cross over. Clear by over 2 lengths here from Kingdom Under Siege, and going for Mashani Aloha. Just Precious in 4th and 5th. The outside, Run Lucy run. They're clear from Blakemore Avenue. Territory Ash and ready to ship. Last of all is Mr. Bubalewski. So Petticoat's in front. Second, the outside, Kingdom Under Siege, and going for Mashani Aloha. Just Precious in 4th and 5th. The outside as they swing swing down the side is Run Lucy Run. Further back to Blackmore Avenue. And then we've got Territory Ash, and wide round is Ready to Ship. And last of all is Mr. Babaluski. So just in front, Petticoat. The outside, Kingdom Under Siege. And wide route, Mashani Aloha. Now Just Precious fourth on the inside, looking for the way clear. And getting towards the outside is Run Lucy Run. Petticoat's in front. The inside, Just Precious. The outside still there, Kingdom Under Siege. And further back to Territory Ash. The outside, Run Lucy Run. But the favourite, Just Precious, gets the inside run and has shot the gap and kicked away by two. And it's all Just Precious. Heavily backed as one. Second, Mr. Babaluski. Good late. Third, Petticoat, followed by Run Lucy Run. And then we had back behind those horses was Territory Ash, Blackmore Avenue, Kingdom Under Siege, Ready to Ship, and the last one, Mashani Aloha.
Bernie.
They have indeed, Kian. Perhaps the best-looking Greek in Brisbane, a part owner here, Alex Penklis. Well done.
Thank you very much. I mean, yeah, we think she's pretty good. She's pretty good, yeah.
You certainly deserve it, Alex. Well done. Let's have a chat. Who have we got? Bailey? All right, young Bailey, step on up. Wow, that was a beautiful win. Admittedly had a gorgeous run in transit.
Yeah, she had a really good run and finished off nicely. It's good to see her go from doing everything wrong last start to doing everything right this start, so it was great improvement.
Yeah, better jump, obviously. Saw her in the right spot today.
Yeah, definitely, and that obviously what won her the race in the end. Like, she was impressive. She got tightened up on the fence a little bit and still just kicked clear and was dominant in the end.
I think it was interesting. The day started off, people thought the fence wouldn't be any good. I think we've had at least 3 winners up there.
Yeah, well, the last few that I've seen have all come up the fence, so I can't complain. Nothing wrong with it.
Obviously, a lovely pedigree. She's pretty typical looking of the Justifies in that she's very athletic.
Yeah, she was. Early on, she wasn't. She was a rather cheap buyer, just off long, gangly legs. It was just quite an ugly baby, but she's turned out into a nice horse, matured up real nice, so yeah.
Well, how often do the ugly ducklings become the princesses, right?
Yeah, very often, actually.
Yeah. Enjoy the win. I'll have a chat to your jockey. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat to our winning jockey, Cody Collis. I'm just going to step in here. Well done, Cody. Beautiful ride, obviously assisted by a better jump here today.
Yeah, absolutely. It obviously won its first up run pretty impressively, so I came into this race pretty confidently today, and it jumped and put itself there today, and I felt the winner a long way out, Ben.
She looked as though she just travelled like the winner.
Absolutely, and when she changed leads and extended, it was a really good feeling underneath me, and obviously appreciate the support of the ongoing support of Stewie Kendrick.
Absolutely. I felt you were very confident of that inside run appearing a long way out.
Absolutely.
All right, always nice to follow the fence. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there he is.
1350. All clear. Light blinking. Race number 8. Racing now, and they've jumped as one, barring Dream Hour and Adriel going back. Space Tracker, Slippin' Jimmy, the first couple. Up into third is Azza Reach, and fourth the inside Corf Castle. Further back to Constant Flight. 3 lengths to our Magnus. Outside Adriel, getting a long way back. Viminelli, 3 wide. Ivan's Hero second last, and Dream Hour is last of all. So Slippin' Jimmy's in front by a length and a half. Working forward is Azza Reach, and Space Tracker back to third. Corf Castle fourth on the rail. One further back to Constant Flight. Then we've got Adriel on the inside. Our Magnus is fourth last down the side. Still out 3 wide as Viminelli. Further back to Dream Hour. Last of all is Ivan's Hero. So Slippin' Jimmy's in front inside the 600. Second is Azza Reach, and third the outside Space Tracker. Followed by Corf Castle. A length and a half to Constant Flight. Improving as Adriel. And further back to Dream Hour. And our Magnus at the 350. Here's Space Tracker out wide, looming old Corf Castle coming through. Slippin' Jimmy's the first one beaten. Further back to Adriel. Back in behind those Constant Flight, but Corf Castle in front. The outside Space Tracker can't go with him at the moment. At the 50 metre marker in front is down to the line Corf Castle, and Corf Castle has won by head to Space Tracker. G.R. Magnus was good late, rushing home into third, followed further back by Adriel. Constant Flight, Ivan's Hero. Dream Hour, Viminelli, Slippin' Jimmy dropped out, and Azza Reach has pulled up at the rear.
Yes, Toby Edmonds joins us here for a chat. So Oh, yeah, that was a classic put-together win, wasn't it? Run him in a hard race out of his grade. He turned up, he ran a nice race. Back to a benchmark here today with Barrier 1.
Yeah, he did look really well placed. And 1,300 is about as far as he wants to go. I wouldn't want to be at 1,360 metres, would it?
No.
Sort of got there very quickly.
He's very precise with his distances.
Yeah, and Ryan's very precise as well, which, great ride. He summed the race up, summed the map up well, and the horse is very honest and just keeps, once a prep, he wins a race and keeps keeps the till ticking over, so really happy for the owners.
Yeah, absolutely right. And Barrier 1 was just worth so much to him here today. You're right, he did have he sort of got on his bike a little early and he was there quite quickly, but as you say, 1,300 is the right trip, and just as honest as the day is long, you look for another one of these 1,350s, right?
Yeah, I think so. Doomben's probably the right track for him. He's won at the Sunny Coast. He's probably okay over the road too. If he found a fast run 1,200 even, it might be okay, because he's got a bit of a turn of foot if he draws soft enough and he doesn't have much weight. So look, he's really, real honest, and we're real proud of him.
Well done, Tobe.
Thanks, Boone.
All right, let's have a chat with Ryan now. Well, that was all sort of easy. It worked out perfect.
Yeah, couldn't have got any script any better, Bernie. Back to the scene of the crime. His run was good the other day and certainly the way the track was playing that day, you had to be first three up on the speed, right near the fence as close as you could be. And back to the scene of the crime today, he's won at this trip before, same track, distance, Barrier 1. We always had a good target in front of us, obviously with Sip and Jimmy taking up the speed, but had to ask him to quicken a little bit sooner than I like, because Jag tried to shut the gate, but luckily I beat him to it and he was too tough.
It's all about the tactics. You did too well. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Ryan Maloney, Toby Edmonds, Steve McLean. They take out the 8th here with Corfe Castle. 7 beats 3, 13 and 11.
Right, the light turned on. Atmosphere drawn in with Hatchet. Race 9, light blinking. They stand well, racing. Missing the start was Coin Toss. Away well, the Big Goodbye. Jumping in front from King Kappa. Hatchet. Atmosphere, Bring Me Cash. Safe Work drifting back. Likewise, Russian Alliance. A length and a half, Mashani's Sniper. A long way back, Coin Toss second last. And Tribeca Star heads last over on the outside. So the Big Goodbye in front. Second, King Kappa. Atmosphere third. Bring Me Cash up into fourth. Further back to Hatchet. Russian Alliance. Safe Work going forward. A length and a half, Mashani's Sniper, Tribeca Star, second last of all, Coin Toss. The Big Goodbye by head, second, King Kappa. 2 lengths away, third, Bring Me Cash. Atmosphere the inside. 1.5, 2. Further back at the Safe Work, Hatchet riding the rails. Tribeca Star is still back second last at the 350. The Big Goodbye in front, second, King Kappa. 2 lengths away, third, Atmosphere. Running home, Safe Work down the outside. Further back to Bring Me Cash, but King Kappa's grabbed the lead. Running home, Safe Work on the outside. King Kappa, Safe Work up the 100. King Kappa, Safe Work on the outside. King Kappa, Safe Work. They hit the line. Oh, it's a bobbing Photo. Safe Work or King Kappa. Photo third. Hatchet or Tribeca Star, who rushed home. Russian Alliance followed by the Big Goodbye. Mashani Sniper. A long way back. Bring Me Cash, Atmosphere and Coin Toss at the rear.
What do we call him? We call him the giant killer, this horse, because that is what he does when he turns up. Scotty Morrissey, you're just on fire of late. It's been for a good while too.
Oh, we're chipping away okay, but, he's a great old horse. He just raced a bit fresh in that Millions race from the 1,000 to the 13, about 5 weeks between runs. It's just the way it worked out. Not 5 weeks between runs. Wouldn't say he would have won, but he would have, run second or third. And a good.
Only beaten a couple of lengths, rather.
Yeah, he just knocked up the last bit. Look, he's a wonderful old horse.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's an old champ. He's our stable flyer. We love him. What else can you say?
And he just loves it when that pressure goes on a little bit early, and he stalks it, and he's there to pounce.
Well, when he won, he beat Matt's horse that was odds on. Anyway, they were trying to push out, couldn't push out, and Appingo, that's right. And anyway, they just said, I'll give you the room and let's go. May the best horse win. And he just loves the fight. Yeah, he just loves it.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, Scotty Morrissey there. Let's have a chat to Robbie Dolan. Outstanding effort by this horse today and well ridden.
Thank you. Yeah, real honest horse. He ran a cracker the last day in what is going to be a very strong form race. He jumped well and I had to sort of navigate him into a spot. He come back under me and relaxed and done everything correct. I thought them leaders skipped away and it was going to be difficult to run them down, but sort of once I manoeuvred them back in and got them in the slipstream, he pinned his ears back and had a crack, yeah.
As I said to Scotty, he likes that when that skip goes on early. It just gives him that time to build the revs, so to speak.
Look, he does. He loves that, and his biggest asset is his heart. He tries really hard, and it's very difficult to find that. So he'll win more races.
Indeed. Well done.
Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Allowed a drifting favourite, lubrication going in, and the fielder's now right. Light on, 1200. Race number 10, fielder 12, racing out wide, Surfers Royale, Fighting Idol, Damo Days the first three, booting through Jayanthi, Handy also Never Give Up, Mintaka Lad trapped out, My Mum's Toy Boy going forward, further back in the field to just in behind those horses over on the outside, Mount Fuji, Volcanic Love, Red Zurst and Lubrication, about 2.5 lengths away, Miss Bales the centre field as they swing down the side, Surfers Royale's in front, working forward, My Mum's Toy Boy, Fighting Idol third, Mintaka Lad 3 wide going forward over Damo Days, Mount Fuji, next the inside there is Jayanthi, further back to Miss Bales, wider out Volcanic Love, Never Give Up, second last the outside Lubrication, Red Zurst at the rear, Surfers Royale inside the 400s in front, second My Mum's Toy Boy, Mintaka Lad's been wide, looking for the way clear, Fighting Idol, down the outside Mount Fuji, Jayanthi, further back to Miss Bales, Mintaka Lad despite a wide runs, grab the lead, trying hard Mount Fuji, late Volcanic Love, Mintaka Lad in front up the 50, flashing home Volcanic Love, Mintaka Lad, no, the outside Volcanic Love has lunged and got it, Volcanic Love on the line for Mintaka Lad, photo third, Lubrication, Miss Bales, Red Zeus, Fighting Idol, followed further back by Mount Fuji, and then we had Surfers Royale, Jayanthi, Damo Days, Never Give Up, and My Mum's Toy Boy.
But Volcanic Love scored another border hopper, has got the win today, and that is win number 16 win number 4, start number 16, and plenty of minor placing, so building a great record, Bernie.
All right, thanks very much, Kian. Scott Henley, congratulations. He's finally doing what you always thought he could.
Yeah, well, he showed so much throughout his whole life, and it's just a matter of him getting his head around it all, and he's just starting to work out what it's all about.
In fairness, he did race in some pretty good races as a young horse.
Yeah, it was all about toughening him up because he was a big stress head, and we travelled him around and brought him up here and took him to Sydney just to travel him and toughen him up a bit. And now we're starting to see the fruits of it.
Certainly are. That was one big, powerful finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a big beast. You know, when you see him in the enclosure, he just takes control of Fleur. He's just so big, he's strong, and he just doesn't know how to use that strength yet, but he's getting there.
So he's 4 now. He's by Kermadec. So I guess you weren't surprised he was a bit of a late maturer.
Yeah, they're all 4 or 5 year olds. So he's on the path to the country championships. We'll take on Matt Dunn, but we'll see how we go.
Oh yeah. Well, someone's got it.
Yeah, well, he might be the one.
He is a magnificent animal. You enjoy the win. I know all the hard work you've put into this guy.
Well, the drive home
it's easy.
It's going to be a lot easier tonight.
Well done. Let's have a chat to winning jockey Bailey Wheeler now. He'll just have a quick photo. I reckon this horse would feel magnificent to ride. He's got a big, beautiful stride on him. He's really furnished into a gorgeous-looking animal now. I'm tipping he feels great underneath you, this horse.
He does, yeah. He's a rocket, so it's very good to get the opportunity in for Scotty. I've known him for a very long time, so yeah, it's quite fitting.
One for the battlers?
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah. One for the battlers, but he's helped out another one.
Yeah. Take me through the run.
Well, I wanted to be in the first 4 or 5, but he just stepped slow. I had to go back, and I was able to get on the back of Michael Rod, who just took me to the race enough, and once I exposed him, he let rip. So he's on the way of going to be very hard to beat in the country championship.
These days you're riding without a claim. Congratulations.
First winner without one, so it's good. It's always gets quite hard, but I'm willing to take it.
Well,